So Lucasfilm continues to make fools of themselves by trying to say that they appreciate the strong ladies. Yesterday, in case you don't know, was International Women's Day, and Star Wars decided to celebrate that on all of their social media accounts. Well, given what's happened over the past month, I'm sure you can imagine how well that went over. I got a bunch of stuff to talk about, but I do want to go over this real quick because this is probably the most hilarious one other than that dumb rock, which I'm going to give my thoughts on because it's funny and I didn't get a chance to. As many of you know, I was on vacation all last week. We are back now, though. We'll be back to business as usual. So this is the official StarWars.com website, and they posted it over here as well on the com link. What do the women of Star Wars mean to you? Well, if you look at the history of Lucasfilm under Kathleen Kennedy, what Star Wars women mean to her are ones that go into lockstep with her way of thinking. Because if you were to go look at any of their social media posts, fans weren't just stepping aside and ignoring this. Every time they do something now, people are calling out the hypocrisy, and this is their fault. And this is the best thing you can do. Like, for example, when they tried to use John Boyega as a prop so that they could virtue signal, and people were pointing out what they did with him on the Chinese poster, how they shrank him down and made him look almost non-existent. So it's like, well, you weren't really celebrating him then, were you? You also treated the character pretty badly and wrote a terrible story. So when you say you think he matters, I think you're kind of lying. And the same thing happens here when they post on International Women's Day and they talk about how much they love strong, independent women. Well, then you would just point out, well, what about Gina Carano when you threw her under the bus and decided that you don't really want her in the franchise anymore because she had a strong, independent split from the way of thinking that Kathleen Kennedy likes. Kathleen Kennedy doesn't like strong, independent women. Kathleen Kennedy likes women that agree with her politics. And that's just the truth. So they posted this all over the place on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. And people, of course, chimed in and said, you're liars. This was the big one. Celebrating Carrie Fisher. I got no problem with that. Princess Leia is a strong, independent woman. A very loved character. People love Princess Leia. It's just the message that they have here about how she'll stand up to people and do what's right and all this stuff. And then you fire Gina Carano. It's a incredibly hypocritical take. And people see through the bullshit. And you could see it right here. You know who else is brave, intelligent, sharp-witted, and committed to fighting tyranny in real life as well as on screen? And then post a picture of Cara Dune right here. Fearless bravery, intelligence, sharp wit, and commitment to fighting galactic tyranny make her an inspiration. Star Wars Women of the Galaxy. Cara Dune was a strong woman as well. Got this one right here with the Homer vanishing meme. Star Wars, when they opt to fire strong, independent women rather than help them be propped up. You mean the kind of tyranny you showed by firing Gina Carano, a strong woman? This rings hollow and a poor attempt to save face. That said, Leia and Carrie Fisher were awesome. The Empire has destroyed Alderaan twice now. And it goes on and on and on. It's not going to stop anytime soon. I don't think they really expected... I really, really don't think they expected the kind of backlash that they've been getting. And it's not stopping. Here's another video from a few days ago. This is from March 4th. I don't remember if I put this one in the video or not. But you can see right here, 18K dislikes to 1.6K likes. It's not going over very well for them. And I'm sure they thought this was going to stop. And that people were going to get over this. And I don't think that that's going to happen anytime soon. And I don't really see the franchise bouncing back because it's really making creative breakthroughs. I present to you Kathleen Kennedy's Star Wars and how it's truly breaking creative ground. 2 new characters have really been introduced to the fandom here. A lot of people getting to know these new High Republic characters. Let's go ahead and start with Lex. He's a charming rogue pilot of the vessel who may or may not have a fondness for spice. Despite his undeniable good looks, romantic and sexual encounters are not imperative to him. In fact, he identifies as asexual. His primary focus is piloting the vessel with his navigator, Geode. All right, and who's Geode? It's this guy, a rock. Now, this is concept art by somebody. The actual picture is just a boulder. He's literally a rock. And a lot of people are saying, oh, this is fake news. This is fake. Nope. He's quite real. Multiple outlets picking up this dumb rock character. And I want to point out, this is the concept art. I don't know if there's official art for him yet, but either way, it's just a dumb rock. It's a dumb rock. I think this is the official art right here of this rock. See next to this other character who I have no idea who she is because I'm not going to read these dumb books. There's no way in hell I'm going to read these books. This is not going to happen. I don't have time to sit down and read 200 pages of a Han Solo who doesn't like to hook up with anybody and a rock. Okay, maybe there's tons of cringe content there. I just can't. I can't bring myself to sit down and read 100 to 200 pages of trash. If it's a comic book, that would be different. This is just can't do it. But this is where we're at now. First off, why are they so focused on characters' sexuality and stuff as like the forefront of the character? Like no one cares, but we have to know how Lex here likes to hook up or doesn't like to hook up apparently. Like that's not really something people give a crap about, and it's not really anything that anybody's looking for when they read a Star Wars book. There's usually like maybe one romance, and that's it. For the most part, we're interested in stories that take place in galaxies far, far away. But instead, we get human Earth politics inserted into these characters. That's not what anybody's looking for, and that's how hollow all of this shit that comes out under Kathleen Kennedy's eyes always end up. Politically motivated and agenda-driven. And when they try to design original characters, we get things like this. This is why Kathleen Kennedy's Star Wars is going to fail. Bob Chapek calling her a genius, by the way, everybody. I did a video on that. She's a genius. Kathleen Kennedy is going to save this brand by making rock characters. By the way, the joke is that he's called Geode because you can't pronounce his name because you have a mouth. Well, how is he supposed to talk if he has a mouth? If he doesn't have a mouth, it's just so stupid. So, I don't know. This is getting more ridiculous as time goes on. You've got shills praising it. Like, here's Forbes praising this dumb rock character. The shill's going to shill, everybody. Shill's going to shill. So, I don't know. It's not getting any better anytime soon. Star Wars is and truly will forever be dead, and I just don't think we can do anything about it other than make fun of it, which I guess is something. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about all this. I'd like to hear your thoughts below. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell, and I will see all of you on the next one. Peace. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out.